Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to be here because this is a video I wanted to do for a long, long time, and that is going under behind the scenes, under the hood of Hiro. We've had a lot of new features coming out. We have new ones coming out all the time. Some new ones coming out very soon. But I wanted to get into this because a lot of people have been asking me, like, how do I use Hiro for this? Or how do I use Hiro for that? So I'm going to walk you through using Hiro. And if you're here, just drop a quick, hey, Carla, let me know who you are, because I'm using a software tool and it doesn't show me who's on. And I'd love for us to chat as best as we could with a live video. So what I'm going to go through is I'm going to just walk through Hiro. So bookmark this video, save it so you can refer to it later and know how to do things. Go back in there and do things. I'm also going to show you some cool new features that we have that you might not have heard of. And then if you have any questions, like just pop them in the chat and I'll answer anything you got. All right. So welcome. I got a few people on the call, so or on this watching. If you're here, like, say hello. Say hello in the chat because this Ecamm Live doesn't show, it just shows me people are watching. That's it. And I'd love to say hi back. All right, let's get into Hiro. So this is Hiro and the login page, which most of you guys probably have already seen. I'm going to go ahead and use one of our client accounts. And let me just get rid of this product real quick. I didn't realize he had this in here. So it's just a demo. Okay, so when you first log into Hiro, you will have something like this. It'll just be completely blank. And the only thing you can do is create an audio feed. You cannot add listeners until you have a product on podcast to add them to. But creating an audio feed is super, super quick. So one way you can do it, which I absolutely love, is you can connect directly to your YouTube channel and Hiro will import everything. It'll import all the videos and convert them to audios. It will import the titles. It will import the descriptions and it'll import everything. It takes a little bit because, you have to convert those audios. But once it's all done, you'll get an email from Hiro saying, hey, we got everything imported. Now come in, make sure it looks good and turn it on. Okay, so that's one really quick and easy way to create an audio product. The other way is starting from scratch, right? Just, oh, hi, Lisa, Francis, hello. All right, so, and keep the comments coming. Let me know what if anything's resonating or you have any questions or I'm going too fast. All right, so creating an audio product. This is just a podcast. So I'm just going to give it a title, how to create an audio feed. Maybe it's an old course that you had. Maybe it's Zoom calls that you've done. Maybe it's interviews that you've done and you're turning them into audio products. So there's a free PDF, free download, which I go through 37 different audio products that you can create from content that's just sitting around in your hard drive. So you can put in a description. Oh, and I'll drop the link to that in the chat below, the 37 audio products that you can create. So the description can be anything, all right? Private, members only feed. And if you don't know what something is, you can just hover over it, okay? So now the cover art. We created this cover art maker because what we don't want you to do or spend a lot of time on as coaches and as consultants is spending a lot of time in Canva having to create cover art for a podcast that only a few people will see, or like it's not on iTunes. So we create this cover art maker so you can instantly have some cover art for your podcast without having to go into Canva. So I really love it a lot. Or you can upload your own cover art. Now, this next feature is something that's available in Hiro, but not available in regular podcast distribution platforms. So this is what makes us unique. And this is how people will get access to each episode. So you can have all the episodes be available to the listener at once. So the listener gets an email, they click a button in the email, they access the audio feed directly in a podcast player. So they pick which podcast player they want to use, like Apple, iTunes, and all the episodes will appear in there at once. They'll have access to everything. So this is really good, like if you have an audio book or you just want them to binge listen on something. Now, the second option is to have it be released over a time period. This is good for challenges or trainings where you want to drip out the content. You want them to receive perhaps week 1 and then week 2. Or what's really clever to use this for is if you have a refund period. So you give them access to a certain amount of audios up to, or episodes up to when the refund period lapses, and then you can give them access to the entire podcast after that if you want. And then the last one is to release episodes on a specific calendar date. So you set a calendar date for that episode to be released. So it'll be released next Tuesday, or it'll be released on February 14th, whatever you want that episode to be released. And then lastly, you can select how long they have access to this private feed. So they can have access to your product forever, or you can have it expire. Do you have to offer a refund period? No, you do not have to offer a refund period. Sometimes coaches and consultants will offer like a 14-day money-back guarantee refund period when they sell a course or a product, just as something that they offer to their clients, but you don't have to do that. So good question. Great question. All right. You can, for access to the whole audio feed, you can have them have access forever, or you can have them have access to an audio feed for a limited number of days, weeks, months. So let's say you are running a challenge that is perhaps 21-day challenge. So then you would go down here, maybe you want them to have access to the audio feed for 24 days. That way they have that urgency to listen to it. Or you don't want everything to expire after 24 days. They only get like maybe 24 hours to listen to an episode. So you can set that the episode will expire after a certain time frame. And then you can go in and add your ownership details, your copyright details. And then down here is the access email. So the listeners receive an email from you, or from Hiro.fm, pardon me, it's from Hiro.fm, and it has a button in there that says click this to access the private audio feed. It also has this text in the access email. Now, if you want to change the access email, what the text is, you just come in here and you type in whatever you want. You can put links into Facebook groups. You can link to PDFs. You can give them links to another portal or anything like that. So if you want to add anything else into that access email, you can. Otherwise, it'll just default with the text that you see here. Now, save and preview. So now you can save it as a draft, or you can create your product. Now right here, you can just go ahead and upload some audios or videos. I'm just going to pick a few for demonstration purpose. So we have a few audios that we're going to pick, and we'll upload them and create them into episodes. Now, if those were MP3s, they would automatically be be, excuse me, let me say that again. If those were videos, they'd be automatically converted into MP3s. Phew. All right. So certain things you notice, they get saved as draft. They are not live as soon as you upload them. So I'm going to go ahead and publish these because you need to have at least one published episode in order for in order to add your listeners. You can add the listeners at this point, but they won't have access until you have at least one published episode. Okay? So if all of these were unpublished and I added a listener, that listener would get added, but they wouldn't get anything. Like they wouldn't get the access email, they wouldn't get anything. So you'd have to resend that access email. So what I like to do is I make sure everything's live. I go into settings, make sure this product is live, and then I add my listeners. Now, here's the cool thing with Hiro is all the different ways that you can add your listeners. You can add a single listener. So you type in their name, which is optional, email, you need to have their email, and a phone number. If you give a phone number, they will receive a text message with the access link. They will receive a text message with the access link, okay? Or what you can do, if you already have a number of users or listeners or customers, you can upload a CSV file, and we have a template for that, and they will all get access when you upload it. The other way, which you can add a listener, is we have Zapier Zap. So let's say you are selling access from your own funnel. You can go into Zapier and connect that funnel to Hiro. So when somebody buys from your web page, whether it's WordPress, ClickFunnels, lead pages, whatever it is, if they purchase from that page, they'll automatically get added into Hiro. Okay, I'm not going to go into everything about our Zaps. We do have some help on our knowledge base about the different Zaps that we have out there. So that's how a couple of ways you can add users. But here's the cool thing. You don't have to go out and create a sales page. You don't have to. We have a built-in sales page for your product and for your profile. So to turn this on, you would connect your Stripe account. This is one of our clients, so I'm not going to connect it to my Stripe account. But you would connect your Stripe account, and then you can put in some about copy, something about the podcast, and we even give you some sample to use. And we even put in your podcast name in the sample. So you do have to edit it a little bit, but you just click use this, go in here, and you can talk about result 1, change the text here, and save the changes. Okay. Then you can set the price. If it's free, you don't have to have your Stripe account connected, but if you want to collect a payment for it, you do have to connect your Stripe account. Now, we don't take anything from that payment. Hiro does not take anything from, you keep everything. The only transaction fee is with Stripe. Stripe takes a little transaction fee, but that's just you and Stripe, but we don't take anything. You keep 100% of your profits. So I'm just going to set this as free. The other thing you can do is you can add reviews to your page because reviews help with the sale. So you set the star rating. You can upload a photo of the listener. You can put in their name, and this one is the best. Put in the review, add it in, and then you got reviews. We default some FAQs, but you can go in and edit them or delete them if you want, or add your own FAQs. And then down here at the bottom, this is a URL. This is your URL for this product. So I'm just going to change this to 123, something super simple. That's what I want to have it be. I don't know. So you save that. And so if I went to Hiro channel 123, it would show up. Well, it's in draft mode. So I can preview this sales page. So let's take a look at it. You can preview it. But here it's in preview mode. So nobody else can see it except for me. Now, before I set it live, I want to share a couple of things. When you go into your episodes, you can set 3 episodes as samples for your clients to sample. So let's just do that. Sample, and then let's go out here, re-click this. And now your page visitors,
I did like a binge.
so they can listen to it. They can listen to the sample. I won't play that because I have no idea what that audio is. And here's your sales page. And then if you clicked on this one, you also have all the different audio feeds for his products. So this one isn't live, so it's not going to show it, this audio feed. But if we went into here and published it now, so the cool thing is, not only now he has all his audio feeds here, you can have some stats and social accounts, but you have these links down here, powered by Hiro, start your own audio product. This is something super important and a cool way you can make money from Hiro. So if you go into your account details and you go into your profile page, you'll notice way down at the bottom is this affiliate ID. So if I put in mine, let's put in mine. That'll be fun. Save the changes. Now, anybody who, I'm going to refresh this because it's going to have my URL. So if anybody clicks on this, start your own, this will take you to the Hiro page. That person will be tagged to you. So you will get 30% recurring commission from anybody who purchases from any of your Hiro pages. Okay? So you go into your profile, and if you aren't an affiliate, there's a link right here that allows you to become an affiliate. And that way you can get money from people just visiting your pages, visiting your audio feed pages. And if they come in and they end up becoming a Hiro client, then you get the money from that. Very cool. All right, let me share one more thing with the podcast, which is really cool. Oh, thank you for the heart. One more thing that I'd love to share is this feature, which is embed. So what this allows you to do is embed your playlist on another website. Now, if you want to just have a couple of samples and not everything, then you select which ones you want to embed. You select, and then you turn this on and you copy the embed code and you can put it into your WordPress site or ClickFunnels site or whatever. So it's another good way to just share your audio feed if you just want to give people a taster from selling from your own web page. So that's really, really super cool. The other thing, let's see if there's anything else that I can think of with the settings. Listeners, okay. So let me add a listener and we'll just add me. Okay, so now I just got a text message saying that, I should probably delete this, saying, because I don't want my phone number out there. All right, saying that I got access to this private audio feed. Let me add a different listener. I'll do Larry at harry.com, okay? And we'll send the email. There we go. Okay, so I didn't put in a name. You don't have to have a name. I didn't put in a phone number. You don't have to. You can. But as soon as Larry at Harry installs the private audio feed, it will show the podcast player right here. It'll show the podcast player. It'll also show when Larry activated the link and when Larry last listened to an episode and how many episodes Larry listened to. So if a client is saying, oh, I didn't get access or I didn't listen to any of it, you can go in here and see if they're actually telling the truth. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to do that. So, but you can go in and check. The other thing is let's say Larry hasn't been paying his monthly subscription, you can turn it off. So the podcast will still show up in Larry's player, but when he tries to listen to an episode, it won't play. He'll get an error message instead. So that's really cool way to see what's happening with your listeners and control the access for each listener. And let's say Larry just didn't get the email. You can go in here and resend that email to Larry so he can access the private podcast again or for the first time. So lastly, account details. There's some settings that if you are going to use the profile page that you would want to know about. So you can have your own URL for your profile page. If you have a pro account, you can upload your own logo. You can put in all of your social media and then some about me. And we even have examples about me. And we put in your name in the about me. So let's save that, save the changes. You can put something about your channel. And then that will show up on your profile page. So let's go over to here. And then, so this is really good. So if you just want to send people to here and maybe you're just selling one audio product or giving it away for free, but you have another one for sale, people will see that. So that is a quick demo of Hiro. And finally, I got it out there. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any comments? If I use Linktree in my bio on Instagram, can I link to? Yes. Yeah, you can. So you can put that URL in Linktree. So you have two URL. Well, you have a URL for each product sales page that is turned on. Okay. Plus, you have a URL for your profile page, which will show all of your products, which you can then put into Linktree. If you don't want to use the Hiro.fm URL, you can use bit.ly to recreate it into a short one. So yeah, great questions. Great questions. All right. So I highly recommend bookmarking this video. I'm going to save a copy of it, put it on the Hiro knowledge base as well. I'll put a link to it. I'll probably pin it in the knowledge base in our group, but hopefully this is helpful. If you watch this later, if you watch the replay, put in replay. Okay, one more question. I was struggling to understand how this works. So this is to create private feeds for audios, correct? So when a customer pays, how do they get access to the feed? Such a good question. Okay, let me see if I can do this, if I can show you what happens with the client. I don't know if this will work because I deleted myself as a user, but I'm gonna just change over here. Okay, so do you remember I put in my email or my phone number? So I got both a text and so I got this text. This will come into the listener. And let's see if I got the email. I can't remember what email address I used. See if I'll refresh this. I don't know if it's coming through. All right. Oh, something came through. Let's check. Here you go. Okay. So the listener will also get this email. Okay. So the listener gets an email, and if you give them, if they provide a phone number, they will get a text message. They both have a link to this page. And I don't know if this will come up. Yeah, the podcast, because I deleted the podcast. So what'll appear here is, let me try this again. Let me go into Hiro and add myself as a listener real quick. Okay. So I'll go. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'll do this. Okay. So let's see if here's my text message, the new one, because I accidentally deleted myself. So it's going to open this up. Okay. So this is a web page that your listener gets. And if you created your own cover art, your cover art will be displayed there. And I select the podcast that I want to install it in. So here's my Apple Podcast. And this is a custom URL for each listener. So now I got this installed. Boom, boom, boom. And there's the podcast with the episodes. So I can close out of my podcast player. I can go back in. There it is. So that's how the listener gets access to your podcast player. To your podcast player? To your podcast. So let me see if I can go back here. There we go. Are there any other questions? So if I went back into Hiro, can you select different podcast players such as Stitcher? Okay, so there are podcast players like Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, I believe, that do not allow for those unique one-off URLs. They don't allow for those unique one-off URLs. So you can't use those, you can't give access to those. But you can give I think we have like about 6 or 7 or 8 different podcast players where they can get access to the private audio feed. Can you mention again the difference with the paid version? Okay, the paid version of Hiro or the paid version of your audio product, your podcast? Let me know which one in the chat, which one you're asking about. Hiro or your podcast? And I think paid version of Hiro. Okay, great. Let's go into Hiro.fm. Whoops. What is it? Also, can you please post your 30? Yes, I will. All right. Actually, I'll show you where it's at. So let me go into, okay, so here's the Hiro website. And if you scroll to the very bottom, there'll be 37 ways to profit from audio. So that's the guide that you can get. Okay, so it's Hiro.fm profit from audio. I will put the link in there as well. So let's go to pricing. You can join Hiro for free. All right, so you can join it for free. You click here and, well, it's showing me in price, but you can skip this. I'll skip this and do this later. What will happen is you'll be able to create your whole audio feed, but you won't be able to add any other listeners than yourself. Okay? So this is really good if you want to get everything set up first. You want to get everything uploaded first. You want to get all the everything done, and then start adding your listeners. Once you start adding your listeners, you select the plan you want. And when you select your plan, we give you 2 more weeks of free trial. Okay? So with these different plans, we have different features that are available. The lowest level, this lowest level is sort of our quick start. It's for people who just really want to get one audio feed out quickly. They don't care. They just want to get it out. They want to give people access to the whole thing instantly. So we have a very low level plan that's just the bare bones for those who want to get it out quickly. And then we have the higher level plan where you have multiple audio feeds. Like you're going to use one audio feed to pay for the next, one to grow your list. Like you're going to have your audio empire. And this gives you everything from the starter pack, plus you can do different features such as drip and date release, custom art cover. That's actually in all the programs. You can change the FAQs. You get access to some zaps and stuff like that. And then when you get up to this superhero plan, well, you're going gangbusters. Like you don't care about how many, you don't want any restrictions. So you get unlimited feeds. You can integrate any websites. You remove all the branding. You can do something that's really cool where you can upload your audios or videos to Dropbox or Google Drive, and they'll be automatically pulled into Hiro. And then you'll get an email that says, hey, we got a new episode. Come turn it on. And you can go into Hiro and just turn it on. So that saves you from uploading in two different places. And then we've got special training and other bonuses for the superhero plan. So those are the different pricings and levels that you can join. What is included in the Hiro Elite Club? Yes, I'm so glad you asked that. So when you purchase a year of Hiro, we're going to give you some trainings, and I don't have everything in front of me, but it's something we're releasing probably the end of January. Let me see if I have some notes on some of the stuff. Like you're gonna get into a special group where you get feedback on your audio products. So you get some, like, people will be giving you feedback. You'll get feedback on your cover art. I think you'll get a bunch of templates for your cover art. Let's see. What else do you get? Oh, we're going to give you some funnels and copy and I can't remember what else is in there. But anyway, you get some VIP tickets for some workshop trainings. So yeah, you get a whole bunch of stuff in the Elite Club. Thank you for explaining that. Do you help us with pricing our products and recommendations? Ooh, that's really a good idea. Yeah, so we don't have anything where we help with the pricing, but it kind of depends on what you're offering. And I think, you know what? I'm going to add that to the Hiro Elite group. Help with pricing. Because that is actually not, there's no quick answer to the pricing. All right. But one thing I love to do, this is one of my specialties, is to help people craft a premium offer. And so an offer that's so irresistible. People are like, man, this lady's a fool for selling this to me at this price. Oh my gosh, I am getting such a bargain at this price. But you're coming out ahead. Like everybody is coming out ahead. And so can you add it to the basic? No. But I can give you a way if you're in basic to get into the elite. How can we upgrade from middle tier to the highest level if we wanted to? Oh, great question. All right. So let me go into the pro level. Okay. Let me go into here. If you go into your account details and you go into billing, and then there's this upgrade plan, and here, like, these two are like you can select whichever plan you want in monthly or annually. And then you put in your card, your expiration, and bada bing, bada boom. So that's our superhero pro. Yeah. So that's how you upgrade to another level. Wow, this is really good. I should have done this like months ago. My bad. Let me get back online. Half hour later. Oh my gosh, this was super fun. So, any other questions? This is really, really good. I'm so glad you guys are asking these questions, and it's so helpful. This group is a safe place for you guys to ask questions too. Can you share a success story? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Great, great question. All right. So, I wonder if I'm going to see if I can pull up the website real quick. I have to think of it. Mobile home. I think this is it. I'm going to see if it's it. Is it going to pull up? One second. Well, I tried to pull up the website to show you how we repurpose some content. Maybe I won't be able to. All right, here we go. All right, so let me share this website real quick with you. Okay, so this is my friend Shamin, and she had a live event called Mobile Home Millions. And what she did was she took the audios from that event and she uploaded them to a private podcast to Hiro. Okay, so this is her landing page to get the audio version from this event. Okay, so here's the sales page. And people bought. So she was selling it for 97. I think she did offer a coupon like to the first 20 or 30 people. But the fun thing is this form. Let me just put in my name. So when we launched this little text right here, the color of the text was set to white. White. So people were typing white text on a white background. And they weren't sure that their payment was going through. But despite that, she still made over $3,000, I think, in a day launching this one product. So all she did was she created the sales page and then uploaded the audios. So happy to drop this into our group as well, so you guys can see the copy from the sales page to model it for your own. Yeah. So that's one success story. Another one is, and I don't think I can pull up the web page because I have to think about what it is, but, and I should pull up the web page because the way he did this was very smart. So he sold access to the private podcast. So he releases coaching tips like every Tuesday in his private podcast, and he sold access for like $2,000, something like that. Okay, $2,000 to get into my private podcast now, or to listen to it. Now, he has exclusive coaching, high-end coaching that is very expensive as well. So the price of his podcast made sense. So he sold access to his private podcast, and on the next page, I believe he sold a newsletter. So you get access, like you opt in for the private podcast. And then he says, look, if you get my newsletter for like $500 a year subscription, I'll throw in the private podcast for free. And I don't know how he did financially on that, but the way he did that business, like the sales model, was super clever. I really, really like that. So I just received information from Aaron yesterday, my first exposure. I went through everything last night and had all these questions. I would like to make money quickly using material from existing coaching program. Okay, I was a bit confused about the last 5 days. Would I be ready to go or in fact, I need to get them. Okay, yeah. So let me explain how to do that. So you have an existing program, and what I would recommend is to just go out, create your account. You don't have to purchase a plan just yet. Go out, create your account, and set up the private audio feed as much as you can with the features that are available to you with that free version. So I believe you can upload as many episodes as you want. You can set everything up. You can add yourself as a listener to see, like, are the episodes sounding good, that sort of thing. And then when you need to maybe add the cover art or add another listener, purchase a plan at that time. Purchase your plan at that time. So, and that way you're not, I don't know, you're just saving yourself a little bit of money. And then you could get the basic plan depending on how you want to add your listeners in. But you can use that basic plan. You got the sales page. That way you don't have to set up another sales page. Connect your Stripe account. Put in all your about details, all your copy, your beautiful face, your photo. And then you can just send people to that sales page. Here's another cool tip. Let me show you. I should have showed you this for a little. Another cool way that you can add listeners, which I'm going to log into my Stripe account real quick. And this is super clever. So, and if you don't have a Stripe account, there's a link to create one right in your Hiro, right in your Hiro backend, whatever. Okay, so let me go to. Okay, so this is sort of my dummy test account in Stripe. And if I go into products, when you add a price in Hiro, the product will show up here in Stripe. So you can see it, but it'll show up like this. The cover art won't be brought over. It won't be brought over. Okay, so you can click on this and create what's called a payment link. Now, if I didn't have a payment link created for this, let's see. Let me see if I can see what this is. Okay, it'll have this little button, create payment link, which is super simple. It creates this little page. And if you want to have a discount coupon, you can allow for a discount coupon. You don't really need to collect users' address. You can have them give a phone number if you want to SMS the details. And what this does is it creates a little URL. So let me just show you how this works. Yeah, you're welcome. So like if you're in a chat, they say, hey, can I have access to your audio feed? Yeah, sure. Here it is. And you put in that link, and then the person you're chatting with can purchase it without having to go to your webpage. Okay? Let me explain that again. So they're like, hey, can I get your audio feed? Yeah, sure. Here's the link. That's that Stripe payment link. Your podcast art would be up here at top. And that way they can just click, get it instantly without having to go to a sales page. It's just right in there. And you got the money, honey. So another cool way to add listeners. Let me go back. So recap, create your audio product, purchase your plan, add the listeners. Okay. create your audio product, connect your Stripe account, update, add your details, the purchase plan, and then start like selling it like hotcakes. Let me know when you get your sales pages done, because I like to see those. I like to support. I'm going to start collecting them, putting a page together on the Hiro website of all the different audio products that are created. So let me know if you have an audio product. Then the other thing is with the workshop, because I believe you were talking to Aaron about like, what's those workshop? I want to get going now. What the workshop is about, and I moved it to February because this month just didn't work out. But what the workshop is about is I show you how to create a private podcast, an audio feed that transforms your listener so that they want to buy your premium offer. Okay, so this is kind of how I got into audio, is just by happenstance. I did it because I had a challenge and people weren't finishing all the content in the challenge. So one woman said, hey, can you just give me the audios? So I gave her the audios. Anyway, I won't get into that whole story, but what happened as a result was the completion rate went up. And also people are like, hey, I binge listened. I want to keep working with you. So then I started selling people into an $18,000, $25,000 offer. So what this workshop is about is how to do that for yourself, how to create an audio product that will take them into a premium offer, a premium product. So like the audio is doing all the heavy lifting, it's selling them. And so by the time they get on a call with you, they're like, I'm already sold. Where do I sign up? It's just basically an onboarding call. So I share like some people don't have a premium offer. So I'm like, okay, well, what do you need to make a premium offer? So we talk about that. We talk about what to say in the audios, and we talk about how to get traffic, like if you don't have a very big list. Now, the cool thing about having a premium product, like a $20,000 or $10,000 product, is you don't need as many customers to hit 100,000. You don't need as many. So it accelerates your financial growth really quickly. So that's what the workshop is about. If you can't make it to the workshop, it will be recorded and you can listen to it as well. So honestly, that's why I was wondering if I should wait until the workshop. Oh, I wouldn't wait, because here's the thing with having these premium products. If you already have customers, it's easier. It's way easier because you broke. It's kind of weird. It must be something psychological or I don't know, but you broke the membrane, I will say, of financial exchange. They purchase something from you, even if it's like $3 or $4. It's weird. But you can jump, and this is what people are telling me in all my other coaching programs. They're like, you can't jump from like a $1 product up to a $20,000 product. You can't do that. And I was like, I did it. I mean, people would come in from, back then it was my gratitude. I have a gratitude journal app. They would come in from the gratitude journal app. That's where I would build my audience. And they paid like $1 or $2 for that app. And then I would take them into this challenge, which was all audio. And then they would work further with me. We'd work in a small little mastermind, which was super fun and really good. So that is what the workshop is about. But like, honestly, I would just, if you have a product and you have a list, one of my first clients, she took her coaching calls. She took all her coaching calls that she did. So every week she'd do like a Q&A with her group. She took all the Zoom recordings, put them into Hiro, and then sold it back to her students. So like they already had access to her coaching calls. They had the recordings in the group, but she sold audio access back to them. And I think she made, I don't know, $2,000-$3,000 from that, and then she added that as an upsell to her whole offer after that. So if you already have clients, you already have a program, I would build it and sell it because it's so quick. Like you could have it done and selling by next week at least and not have to wait and learn all this stuff, new tactics. So, and to be clear, she had to do all the recordings, the speaking. Yeah. So I did all the recordings myself, but in this workshop, I'm going to share, because like, that's the big thing. It's like, well, what do you say? What is it you say? So I share the formula on knowing exactly what to say so that it's like this. People will show up and get your audio program and they'll want what you can offer them. They want it. Otherwise, they wouldn't download your audio. Okay. So they'll show up and they'll get it, but they'll still have these beliefs about themselves, the world around them, people in their lives, time, energy, finances, whatever, that will prohibit them from getting the result that you can give them. Okay. And I don't know why I'm looking down. I'm looking at the comments you're leaving. I should look at the camera. But anyway, it'll prohibit them from getting the results that they want. So for example, I don't have the time for this, or I'm not a good speaker, or I don't have a big list. I don't have a big list. This won't work for me because I have a big list. So in your audio program, you're saying things that will remove those blocks so they can see that it'll work for them. It's like they're trying to get up this big mountain. You're at the top of that mountain. You've been there. You got it. You figured out the path. But they have these boulders in front of them as big as a house, which are labeled doubt. Like, I can't do this because. And in your audio program, you're saying things that will take that boulder and just pick it up and move it out of their way so they can get closer to the top of the mountain. They're like, oh, I can do this. So by the time they're done with listening to your audio program, they're like, oh, I can do this. This will work for me. So I'll tell you exactly what you need to say. So yeah, it's so true. Anyway, let's not get down that rabbit hole, honey. Let's not do that. I will get on a rant like nobody's business. There's so many doubts. And so, as you know, like anybody who's been in coaching or business for 5 minutes knows most of it is mindset. Like you're constantly teaching the mindset and helping them believe the belief that they can do this. So that's really what that audio program is about. And so buy or don't buy, like even if they don't go into your premium high ticket program, you save their life, you help them. And that's really the goal of it. Because if you serve and you help people, your finances will go up, your wealth will go up. It's law. So anyway, I shared that in the workshop. I hope you're there. And if you get a VIP ticket, then you and I can jam like this for like an hour or two. I think I might do it before the event. I don't know. Or like on a separate day or something, like a day or two before the event. I'm not sure. Or both. Who knows? But yeah, so that's what that's about. Anything else? This has been super fun. I think I might have to make this a regular on Tuesdays, is to pop in here and just like jam with y'all. Because I expected to do a 15-minute little hello, but this has been fun. All right. Any other questions before I sign off? If not, have a great day. And if you come up with anything, great. Awesome. Got it. Thanks again. If you think of anything, just post it in the group. This is a family. This isn't like anything but like people trying to help each other out, share their message. So we're all here in this together. All right, guys. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll speak to you soon.